Hi there, my name is Toby, and on this channel I want to share with you my own method of training, and it's pretty unique. You see, I'm working on something different. I'm actually working on efficiency. I'm trying to optimize my body, get more out of my body for less and less work. So it's a different approach. I am trying to increase my health and fitness, increase my strength, my stamina, and my mobility, but I'm not doing it directly. I'm doing this by simply trying to use my body in a better way. There's a better way of using your body that makes everything easier. You see, because we don't use our body correctly, we struggle with things and we think they're harder and we need to be fit, we need to do this and that to be able to do these things. But actually all we need to do is learn how to use our body correctly. So in this video I'm working on breathing, and this exercise is exercise number 4 in my series of exercises. I call this structural breathing because I'm trying to breathe into my whole body structure. See, this is the beginner level exercise here, so I do suggest you go back and look at the previous video. I'll leave the links below and at the end. But essentially I'm stretching up the spine, holding it in a neutral position and breathing deeply into the back of the ribs. I've got to hold tension in my belly. I'm holding my waistline in and trying to control the expansion of my lungs right deep down to the back of the ribs towards the kidneys. So I call this training body efficiency training, and this is the intermediate level of this exercise, structural breathing. So let's see again. This is a beginner level. Standing nice and tall, inhale, expand, exhale, contract, and twist a little bit. So my focus is on the exhale. I'm trying to squeeze out all the air on the twist. So when I'm twisting, I'm pulling the navel towards the spine, pulling the belly in, and pulling the obliques in, and really twisting and stretching the spine, trying to keep the natural curve of the spine, and I'm trying to squeeze out all the air at that final twist. So I've got a real stretch through the body, plus I've squeezed out all the air, and then I spring back to the middle, and the air gets naturally sucked in, because I'm relaxing a little bit after that high tension. So the inhale is on a relaxation, and then furthermore I've got to control that inhale so that the breath goes deep down to the back of my ribs, right, left and right. So I feel an expansion left and right in the back of my ribs, right down to the kidneys. So I've still got to maintain control on the front of my body, keep the belly in a little bit so that the expansion does not go to the front. I want it to go to the back. I'm trying to create an even expansion throughout my whole body, and I'm breathing with more than just the lungs. It's my whole body structure. This stretch and twist of the spine combined with the breathing, it feels as though when you inhale, all the bones stretch open, and when you exhale, all the bones collapse a little bit, and the whole body is breathing. So let's build it up slowly. You've got to pull in the belly, pull in the obliques, lift up the rib cage, expand a little bit, tilt the sternum up. This is the natural curve. Pull in the belly, so I've still got the hips out a little bit, a slight arch, lift up the shoulders, rib cage, hold the arms up. Now this movement we're going to work on now is the movement for the intermediate level. So I've got to keep pulling in the waist, all this has got to be tight, shoulders stay up and back, and I lean back. So I've got to lean back, keep my shoulders up and back, feel the expansion on the inhale right here, back to the back of the kidneys, left and right, deep down to the back of the rib cage, but keep the belly in. The expansion's got to go to the back. This is key. So now with this movement here, I inhale, lift up the hands, so everything still pulls in and up, and exhale, I squeeze out all the air, keep the spine up, and stretch the arms down. But as I stretch the arms down, I've got to keep the shoulders up and back. So I'm creating an isometric tension in the shoulders. And you can see here also the obliques, a little bit of left and right. As I push out, I'm pulling in the obliques, pulling in the belly, squeezing out all the air. So here I'm hunching right over. You can practice this as well. So practice this here, squeezing out all the air, even hunching a little bit. And when I inhale, I arch back and expand the spine. Exhale, try and squeeze out everything. See, the tension is on the exhale. I'm squeezing out everything through the whole body. And then when I inhale, I'm inhaling a new breath of air. New oxygenated blood goes all the way around the whole body. So this is a little aside exercise. We don't really want to be hunching. In this full exercise, we've got to try and keep a neutral spine throughout. I'm trying to squeeze and stretch my spine in the neutral position. So here is now the exercise. So the inhale, your hands come up, lift up the shoulders, even look up, feel a real stretch in the shoulders. Exhale, I've got to keep the shoulders up and back. This is isometric tension in the shoulder joint, but at the same time, pull in the belly, pull in the obliques, and try and squeeze out all the air. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Pull in the belly, pull in the waistline, squeeze out every last drop of air. Then inhale, try and expand at the back. Feel the inhale go right down to the back of the ribs. Exhale, squeeze it all out. Pull in the belly, even pull up the pelvic floor. Squeeze every muscle in your body. This is the long-term goal. But you've got to work up to this. Just try and get the movement right first. But you can imagine here, as I go to the bottom, I squeeze up full tension throughout my body, trying to push out all the air, squeeze out all the air, and I'm squeezing out all the air from all the muscles, all the bones, all the cells in the body. I'm creating a squeeze throughout my whole body, pushing out all the carbon dioxide, all the old air. Then when I inhale, I suck in a new fresh breath of air, and it goes deep down into the whole structure, expanding the spine on the inhale. Exhale, squeezing, contracting. So you can see this is structural breathing. I'm trying to breathe with my whole body structure, and this is highly efficient because I'm actually optimizing the breath and the transfer of oxygenated blood throughout the whole body. And this expansion and contraction of the rib cage and the belly is also manipulating and controlling the blood pressure. I'm increasing and reducing the blood pressure throughout my body, and this is dramatically creating a blood flow. So this is one simple little exercise is creating a massive flow of oxygenated blood throughout the body. It's highly efficient, highly potent, and of course that makes it powerful, and you've got to be careful. You always start off slowly and carefully. All these exercises can be done very relaxed, very gently, but they can also be done with high power and high intensity. So it's up to you, and you've got to feel your own body and work up to this slowly and carefully. So to summarize this exercise, I'm trying to maintain a neutral stance so my spine stays in its S-curve. I'm not changing the spine. I'm trying to create isometric tension in the shoulders and also the hips eventually, but we're just concentrating on the shoulders. And I'm creating expansion and contraction throughout the body and an expansion and contraction throughout the bone structure. And I'm trying to synchronize that with the breathing in such a way that when I squeeze out all the air, I'm creating tension throughout the body, and then when I suddenly inhale, I'm expanding and relaxing the body a little bit and allowing that new fresh air to get all the way throughout my body, stretching into the joints. Okay, try this slowly and carefully. There's going to be more explanations coming soon with some diagrams to explain this breathing, and check out these other videos here, the spinal twist and the previous beginner level of this structural breathing. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.